So, Sydney, I have to ask you this because Sydney Kane, when I saw both the first and the last, is Kane your last name or is it like a stage
Kane is my
name?
last name, yeah.
You sound like a character in Riverdale. Like you sound like an Archie comics character.
I love Riverdale.
Has
Uh,
anybody ever said that to you?
Riverdale?
That you sound like a comic book character from the Archie series with your name?
Literally, no, but I think that that's so kind. I have been told, though, I have a very good name. I get that a
Yes,
lot. I do
yes,
get that a lot.
yes.
Yeah.
And you're pretty because
Oh,
uh,
thank you.
I mean your podcast, right?
Yes, that's literally the podcast. If you tell me I'm pretty, we can talk about whatever you want.
There you go. So boom, sold. So yes, no, and I love that because so I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. English is not my first language.
Okay.
And when I was a little kid, part of what helped me learn English was Archie comics. So it just does something nice to me. It just feels good to my brain.
MeMeCherry presents a series of fortunate events. Fortunate events. Fortunate events. A series of fortunate events.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to the latest episode of the series of Fortunate Events, a podcast brought to you by who? It's still me, Mimi Cherry. And I'm joined today by the gorgeous.
Oh, now I do it. Now I say my name.
Yes.
Oh, Sydney Kane.
Podcast virgin. Is it now? Do I do
I
it
have a
now?
podcast for, well, now, no. I guess you've popped my
you,
cherry.
but you have your own podcast. So, I mean, I
I
guess
do.
your Zoom as a guest
Yeah,
or
I've never guessed on a pod before. I've never been. This is the first day I'm born. I'm newly born today. I've never guessed on a pod before. I've never done a Zoom pod before, but I always think they're so fun and cool. I'll probably
yes,
start doing it as the year goes on because having guests in person, it's too hard. I have so many friends that I want to have on my
yes,
pod, so like we're gonna
yes.
have to do Zoom soon.
And now you're getting a feel for it. You get
Thank
to
you so much for
like,
my free trial.
yes, of course. And like a drug dealer, the first one's for free.
Oh my
Um,
god, that's so kind.
so Sydney, I have to ask you this because Sydney Kane, when I saw both the first and the last, is Kane your last name or is it like a stage
Kane is my
name?
last name, yeah.
You sound like a character in Riverdale. Like you sound like an Archie comics character.
I love Riverdale.
Has
Uh,
anybody ever said that to you?
Riverdale?
That you sound like a comic book character from the Archie series with your name?
Literally, no, but I think that that's so kind. I have been told, though, I have a very good name. I get that a
Yes,
lot. I do
yes,
get that a lot.
yes.
Yeah.
And you're pretty because
Oh,
uh,
thank you.
I mean your podcast, right?
Yes, that's literally the podcast. If you tell me I'm pretty, we can talk about whatever you want.
There you go. So boom, sold. So yes, no, and I love that because so I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. English is not my first language.
Okay.
And when I was a little kid, part of what helped me learn English was Archie comics. So it just does something nice to me. It just feels good to my brain.
I
Sydney Kane.
love Riverdale. I watched it when like I was kind of late to it, I think, because I
Yes.
started watching it in like I was in college, and so I like binged the first like 3 seasons, and I was obsessed. I was like, this is the best show that's ever aired. And then like literally like 3 months ago, I'm home in Texas where I'm from, and my parents like at my childhood home, and I walk in and my parents are like watching Riverdale.
Stop
And I
it.
like and I stopped after a couple seasons, if I'm being honest. Like I
Because it
stopped
got a
watching it.
little unserious.
I got a little unserious.
It
Listen,
already was unserious
I'm a
and it
musical
just
theater girly. I love theater and I loved it. I think it was great. I was just like I couldn't get so behind it. It just lost me. But I love everyone on that show and I think it's
yes.
amazing and everyone should watch it. But like the fact my parents watched it till the very end and I look and I go, do they have superpowers right now? Like it got so crazy. I was like, wait, what is happening?
It low-key turned into the Twilight Zone. It turned into
Okay.
Looper. It turned into
I'm kind of
like,
into it.
yeah, it turned into like I think Indiana Jones for a bit. Like it was just
Oh.
It went everywhere. I think there were zombies. Like I'm making half of this up, but like it really was like that wild. I think there was
Oh,
some time traveling for sure. I think there were some like I think there was I think they definitely did. They leaned into this like multiverse concept for a bit. That it was like them but like in a different era. So it wasn't them. So then they got to do things that was them but not them. Anyways, Riverdale.
everyone loves a multiverse. I feel like the
Yes.
multiverse is now so trendy because Marvel's doing that too.
They probably just started using ChatGPT towards the end, honestly.
That's
So
great.
I found you on social media, aka social media.
Yes, I love that. I say socials of media. I like social media.
Yes, a shout out Watch What Crappens because they say social media
That's
is
funny.
they say it's like the uncredited like ninth character on most housewives shows because social media is such a like through line
I'm
now
gagged.
through
That's so
housewives shows.
funny.
So they call it social media.
I love that.
So I found you on social media with your cute little skits and bits. Tell me about your skits and bits. Like, how do you come up with them? You're obviously like, are you shooting it by yourself? Like,
Yeah, I
you,
do it literally like through the TikTok app. And I mean, I wish there was like a quote art to it, but like I don't have an art to it. I started to
you do, my friend.
I I switch it back and forth really fast because I know people's attention spans are slim to none.
Yes.
Um, honestly, I started doing it because I went on a really insane date
Yes.
once, and like I went to school. Like, listen, I am an actor. Bleh, like vomit, whatever, all the things. Like I went to school for musical theater, whatever. You know, we're out here, we're struggling. We're auditioning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but I also like I love making videos and skits, and I love sketch comedy, and I love all these things. And so I like over COVID, I didn't really hit TikTok. Like I didn't really do it. And then I think I went on one really bad date. I was like love bombed for like 3 days
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
really insane. And he was such an asshole. And I remember I was just like so like the fuck. And I was like, I'll make a funny video. And I've been trying to do it. I was helping someone edit videos. I got hired to help edit videos. So I was doing that. And while I'm editing these videos, I'm like, I could literally be doing this right now.
Yes.
But for some reason it's like not oh, I'm so sorry. One second.
No, no worries. It's all good.
So sorry. My friend keeps calling me and I know that he's going to keep calling me, so I'm just going to be like
We're skits and bitsing right now.
I'm currently I'm so sorry.
Oh,
You
this
can
is
cut this
great.
right in post.
Oh no, this is all staying in. Are you kidding me?
Are you serious? Okay. Hi, I'm doing a podcast right now and I will call you after, but just don't call me because it's gonna switch the thing off. Okay, I love you. Bye.
This is iconic. Are you kidding me?
Okay, I feel so bad. My friend is coming over later to we're gonna have a little like Christmas night together. So we're gonna make gingerbread houses. I'm 6 years old. What was I
love
saying?
that. Your skits and bits and the date that went really wrong. And the
Yeah,
love
okay. So
bombing.
literally like he was awful, but I still stayed the whole time
Sure.
and I still slept with him. I'm
course.
human. And
Yeah. We have
I was
needs.
like, wait, what?
We have needs.
We have needs. I have
Yeah.
needs. And I yeah, so I slept with him, whatever, blah blah blah. And then like the next day he just basically sends we were not compatible at all. I literally he would say things. He said the Barbie movie was like too loud about women. He said like that he appreciated that I like was a good listener. He's like most girls I go out with like aren't good listeners. And I'm like, you hate women. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just kind of
Yes.
like he was talking so much shit about girls that he went on dates with. I'm like, I don't think that you like women at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And so after he sent me this text being like, I don't think we're compatible, blah, 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 after like we had sex, I was like, well, oh, you're like so insane. And I made this
Giving
video.
Andrew Tate, it's gay to like vagina.
It's giving Andrew Tate. He made me watch oh my God, who's stand-up special? Someone he made me watch some
the one with the
stand-up.
jaw.
No, you know what? I'm just gonna say Louis C.K. because people will know
Sure.
what I mean.
Yeah.
And we're watching it and he's like laughing at these jokes and I'm just like, these aren't funny. Like it was all punch down comedy and I was just kind of like, do we like can we be more creative than that? Like, can we not punch down on women and people of color? Like what is this? It was literally like racist and sexist comedy. And I was like, this person is so bad. And I still slept with him because again, I have needs. So anyway, so the video I made, I was like,
Yes.
it was basically like this guy, like I went on the worst day of my life. They're like, oh, what happened? And I was like, he was this guy. And it was like red flag, red fucking flag. And basically like, did you leave?
He
No, I
ran.
stayed. Like, and that went viral. And I got so many hate comments from people like calling me a misandrist, which do you know what this is?
Yes, it's the
Yes.
opposite of
For
misogyny.
for the page, are we on Patreon? Is that what this is?
No, it's just at the beginning. So now we're on the main show.
Okay, so
And
for the chair,
the,
what do you call your listeners?
so they're friends of the pod.
Friends of the pod. Okay, so for the friends of the pod that are listening, who
Yes.
might not know, a misandrist is
Yes.
basically it's misogyny, but for women against men,
The
which
opposite
is
gender.
like not that's not real. That's not like a real thing. That doesn't exist. And so they kept calling me that, and I was like, "What is going on?" And I was just like, "Well, I guess I'll just keep going."
Yeah.
And then I just like kept going, and now I just do these skits and bits that some of them are
love
like
it.
intrusive thoughts that'll come in. Some of them are like funny ideas I have. If I'm being so honest,
Please be
I have
honest. Only.
no idea what I'm doing at all times on social
Oh
media.
my God, I love that.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no manager, no nothing. I'm just kind of like making things that make me laugh, and I like that it makes other people laugh. At first I was like, this is so cringe. And then I was like, well, be cringe then.
To quote my drag mother, lean into the cringe because you're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Oh, I love.
Yeah,
Wait, I literally will start crying right now.
please do.
That was beautiful. So I'm really leaning into cringe right now because I'm like, I was like at home and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making these dumb videos on Instagram and like what else? Like I'm, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, what am I doing? And I was like, it's so stupid. These videos that take me 2 seconds are the ones that hit, and then it's like I'll spend more time on another video, and it's like whatever.
And you
And
get
my
like
dad goes, my dad's like, you don't like. He's like, you give everyone. Oh, he said, what did he say? He was like, you give everyone what they want, not what you think they need.
Yeah.
And that's how, and then you can do what you want. But at first
Yeah.
you have to give your people what they want, and they want fast and stupid, which I totally get.
Yeah. It's like the medicine and the peanut butter with the dog.
Exactly. So
Just give us the peanut butter, Sydney.
right.
Oh my gosh. Well, do you like you don't know what you're doing. You're flying by the
No.
seat of your pants. You're making content. You're doing skits and bits. Like, bring, you get a call. Come audition for SNL. Are you taking the call, or are you
Fuck
saying
yeah.
not right now? Oh,
Oh,
cute.
I'm taking the call. What? Absolutely.
Is
Who's
that
calling?
something that we're trying to manifest?
Oh, SNL? Oh my God. I mean, sure. I kind of lately, yeah, I mean, that would be amazing. It's not something I would say, actively working towards. I would say I'm
Sure.
actively working towards, I started a production company with my mother last
Oh,
year, which has been really
nice.
great. Yes. It's called Don't Tell Your Father Productions. And we are, yes, very much this. And I really, so I've been leaning towards kind of just like creating things with people I love out here in New York. That's where I am. And, you know, still auditioning for other things as well. But I would say, yeah, kind of working towards the comedy route. I'm kind of going where the wind is taking me at the moment. And I feel like it's taking me towards this, like, do the comedy singing thing and like,
Yes.
you know, keep going. But I've never done stand up before, ever. I'm terrified. I'm so scared.
Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, you're funny, and there's different types of comedy, right? Because there's like the traditional, right, quote unquote traditional, get on the stage, be on the mic,
Yeah.
right? Then because of social media, now you have like social media comedians,
Yep.
right, that do the skits and bits. Then you have people that do podcasts, right, that
Yeah.
are super funny, and my podfather, Keith Valley, he for many, many years would do a stand-up show once a year on his birthday. But
Yeah.
then throughout the whole year he'd be doing the podcast, and he's, considered a comedian. No, I say that sounded so shady. You're not considered
No,
a
it's okay.
comedian,
No,
Keith
no, no, but
Valley.
I
You
understand.
are you are a comedian. But you know what I mean? So like that's what I'm saying. Like there's different branches on the comedy tree. And I think you're definitely like very much like a fruit and a flower on that
Oh, thank
tree.
you.
And like I can't wait to see what comes in. Like the fact that you're already striving to like put a production company together with your mom. Like I think that's so cool. And
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what comes out of it.
yeah, we've done a couple readings out here in New York. We're doing another industry reading of my friend's musical at the end of January, and that'll be really cool. And then I have something coming up in the spring. I'm actually not allowed to talk about what that is, but that
We
is
love
mine.
things that we can't talk about.
I can't announce it because I haven't filled out the paperwork for it yet.
How
And
about
tickets
this?
are not on sale for
When
it yet.
you can talk about it,
Yes.
you come back.
Yeah, well, I can say kind of like what it is. I just
Sure.
can't say when it is. But it is I do have a solo show coming up, which will be like
Cute.
musical comedy and everything that I want to
Oh my
do, like that kind of stuff. And that will be very exciting. I just can't say when or where yet because I again have to fill out the paperwork.
No, I love it, and I we're gonna fully manifest this
Yes.
to like closing. Yes,
But yeah, so that's kind of, but I think that's going to be a great start because I want to take it off the app. I want to take my stuff off of the apps and I want to start doing things
Yeah.
in person again.
that's good.
Yeah, I love performing. It's my favorite thing ever. I love making people laugh is literally like why I think I exist on this planet.
Oh, I love that. Okay, great. Well, I see this future for you.
Oh,
I can
thank you.
so see it for you, and you will come back and talk about it when it's all set to go.
Of course.
So how I found you was the dating content, right?
Yeah.
Like the dating skits and bits, which I this year, after like a pretty gnarly breakup at the beginning of the year, have been dipping and dancing in the dating pond. At this point, I call it adventures in Goldilocking because it's like a little too hot, a little too cold.
I love that.
Nobody's right. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
Goldilocks as a character for dating is so funny. I might have to take that.
You're welcome.
I will credit you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I figured I could tell you a little bit about my adventures in Goldilocking, and then maybe we can figure out how next year the adventures.
Are you asking me for dating advice right now? Because I
maybe.
listen. I love giving hot takes on dating. I don't know if I'm the best person to go for. Actually, no. I don't know why I'm. Actually, no. I'm really great at giving advice.
I don't even necessarily. Let's not even call it advice. I like the idea of a hot take, so I'll just give you like a character.
Oh, I'm so excited right now. I should have brought wine.
I'll give you a character, and I just want you to tell me what your gut feeling is of like this person in my Goldilocking adventures, right?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Let's go first with the fruit company guy.
What?
A fruit company guy. You'll get it. He's very successful. He's an engineer at a fruit company. A company
Does he make the fruit? So he grows the fruit?
No, a tech company that's named after a fruit. Yes, exactly. In tech, we call it the fruit company. It's like when we don't want to. Yeah, an Apple engineer. Sorry, I was trying to be vague.
Oh my God. Well, I'm sitting here being like, it's a tech company. They make fruit, and being like,
So
oh,
my
he's an
day
Apple
job-
guy.
Yeah, so my day job is in tech, so sometimes I forget and I use tech language in my everyday stuff, and I forget. I work at a different tech company.
So he's an
the tech-
engineer at Apple.
Exactly. So
Okay.
the tech company that I work at, we call that one the fruit
The
company.
fruit company.
But
Are you allowed to say
yes.
which one you work at?
I don't say whenever I'm at the company what company I'm at. I always say after. Just 'cause,
Love. Oh my
you know,
God, classy. You're
the
classy.
internet.
That's
Thank
that's
you.
the characteristic I have for you at first glance. Okay, so more about this
Okay.
man.
So he's tall, dark, handsome, engineer, makes good money, but never got off first base. Like, was kind of boring and
I was about
didn't
to say he
have-
sounds boring if that's the only if my thing is like if you first describe someone looks first, they're boring.
Yeah, he was. And like he kept trying to like sniff around, and I was like, I need a man
Sniff
with
around what?
initiative. Like just like alluding to
Not
wanting,
literally sniffing around. I
not
literally am
literally,
picturing that he's like sniffing you, and I'm like, well,
like a
he
Peppa
sounds
Pig.
maybe he's not so boring then. He sounds
No,
like
I
he has a
wish.
little bit of a kink.
Oh my God, I would have preferred that. No, he like the most he did was give me this like random peck after one of our dates, and yeah, he just never got off a first. Like he kept talking
Y'all
like he
just made out.
wanted to. Not even. It was like literally a peck.
He sounds well, you want my actual initial first thought?
Yeah.
sounds might be gay.
Thank you. I mean, I do love gay men, but and I have made out with them, but I mean, I've actually had more
Actually, I don't know. I
passion.
shouldn't assume anyone's sexual
No, no,
orientation,
no.
but I'm saying like
I,
if
I've had more passion in a makeout session with actual gay friends of mine than I did with this
yeah,
supposedly
I
heterosexual
feel
man.
like listen, I'm all for like I would rather you not kiss me at the end of a first date if there's no sexual chemistry there than you kiss me. Like
Exactly.
and feel like limp. That's weird to me
Yeah.
and it makes you feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he just kept texting me, alluding like he wanted to like go out with me, but then he would never like make the plan. And I'm like, I'm not gonna chase after you, bro. Like I'm
No,
just
do not do that. He sounds wishy-washy. Honestly, he sounds
so it's a good thing I let him
maybe
go.
he's married.
Ooh. I never thought
I
about
don't
that.
know.
You know
I'm
what?
trying to give the
Actually,
hottest of takes.
it would make the most sense, honestly.
Well, if there's no honestly, he also sounds bad in bed because like if there's no follow through, like you want someone who's like someone
Puts
of
a
their
little
word,
effort.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, another Goldilocks adventure. So that was the Apple guy. Ooh, the gym buddy. So I started going to the gym this year, and over the summer I started going every day, literally every morning, and made friends.
Yeah.
And started kind of like chit-chatting with this like really hot guy who like I overhear him talking in Spanish. I'm like, oh, he's
Love.
Latino. Yes, we start kind of vibing. He's giving me hugs in the morning. I'm like, hey, he moved on to the same. Ooh, well, he already knows. Most people know this story. He knows this story. He knows who he is. So he probably doesn't even listen to the podcast. Hi, gym buddy. Anyways, we had lunch. We hung
Oh my
out.
God. Okay.
I totally thought he was into me, and then suddenly he texts me one day and says, "You make me uncomfortable with the way you talk to me and touch me. I don't like you like that."
What?
Exactly. Ah, and so I just felt like the humiliation of rejection and like I
Wait, so
guess
but he was being as flirty with you as you were being with
I
him? You don't
thought.
sound like an unaware person.
So then I found out from somebody else later, talking to another gym buddy, of the male gender, and he low key was like, you know what? I low key thought he was flirting with me too. So maybe that's just how he talks to everybody.
To text someone being like you, I mean, listen, like, oh God, I don't know what kind of a hot take I can give on that one because he sounds like,
Probably another good one that I let go.
yeah. Did y'all ever go on a date or anything?
We had lunch. And then so then we had lunch, and then he was supposed to buy me lunch the next time we hung out, and he didn't. And a good friend of mine clocked it that day. He was like, he's not that into you. He didn't actually buy you lunch. He said he was going to, and he didn't actually do it. And I was like, well, but no, but we were all in a group and blah, blah, blah. Da, da, da. He's like, no, he's not
Mm.
that into you. And I just, my
Did you buy him
delulu,
lunch?
yes. The first time. The
You see,
first
that's why
time.
he's talking to you. He wants free lunch.
There you go. He was
That's
hungry.
why he's taking advantage of you.
He was hungry, but
He's a
not thirsty.
moocher. He's a moocher.
He's a
Move on.
moocher.
Next one. Next.
Last one on the Goldilock. So we went from too cold to not hot enough. Well, I guess I was the one that was too hot. And
Nothing
then
wrong with that.
last, thank you. Bing. The last one off the dating app insisted on like hanging out in person, and then ultimately like I think just wanted to get in my pants. I really didn't let it go there, and then I never heard from him
Wait,
again.
I need to know more details about this. Hang on. So wait, so you were
Sure.
on the app. What you met on an app?
Yes, and so I've been trying to do this thing where like for a long time, the whole like first date at the apartment was like cute in your 20s and in your 30s. I am not in any of those
A
ranges
first date at
anymore.
an apartment?
Yeah, like that used to be like a back in the day thing for me, and I've been trying to not do
Mm-mm.
that anymore.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah,
Go
and
somewhere because you don't know what's at that
yeah,
apartment. That's scary.
exactly. And that's kind of like I was starting to feel like,
Wait, I need to know more details before you. So wait.
yeah,
So you met which app?
Hinge.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
he was like, "Come over."
No, we were talking. He wanted to come over here.
So I'm like, please don't come in my space. Okay.
We ended
Okay.
up hanging out in a common space on the
Good.
apartment complex because I didn't want to do
At
all
your
that.
apartment complex.
Yes.
Okay.
And we just kind of left it there. And I remember asking him, like, are you just coming over here to fuck me and like never talk to me again? And he's like, no. And I never heard from him again.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. Wait. That's so funny. I've done that before. I think it's so funny if you're like, well, will I never see you again? It scares them. I ask it. I think it's funny. I literally like one
Well,
time.
not even that, like legit, like I would respect, yeah, actually I'm here to just hook up and then I might not call you again. I would respect that more than a lie to my face. I actually am low key just checking to see if they're gonna lie to me or not.
They're gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
They're gonna lie because yeah, they don't want to hurt your feeling. Like it is hurtful.
I think the lie is more hurtful.
Okay, so you just hung out in your common area and then you never saw him
That's
again?
it. Never saw him
Did you
again.
ever did you hook up with him?
No, I mean we kind
Well,
of
that's
like
why
made
you
out a
never saw
little
him again because you didn't give him what he wanted.
bit.
I'm being serious.
I know.
That's
I
amazing.
know. Adventures, Adventures in Goldilocks.
Oh my God. Is there anyone else that's like not? Oh, honestly, if wait, can I be so honest? These are kind of
Please be honest.
like I feel like you have juicier stories than these.
Well, it's funny. I was talking to my ex yesterday, and I was just
Well,
saying
there
that.
you go. Why?
Oh, we just check in once in a while, just to like check
I
in.
love that actually. I am on good terms with one of my exes.
Yeah, I dated him when I was very young. It was like very daddy issues. I don't talk to my father, so it's low key like weird, like checking in with daddy. It's weird, I know.
No, I don't think
And
that's weird.
oh, thank you. And I was telling him that it's just this year has been the year of like dusty dudes. And first of all, he was like flabbergasted at the concept of a dusty dude. And then I was like, oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna record a podcast with this girl who like I think will be the perfect person to like talk about dusty dudes with. So here we are.
Yes,
I
dusty
feel like
dudes.
I've just been like the more I try to elevate my vibration, the more it's just dusty dudes that come around.
Um, well, I don't know. I feel like, well, one, how are you looking? Like, are you looking, is it the apps that you're looking at?
Well, it's just, the apps, but then also like the gym guy, right? Like if I meet somebody in person that I feel like there's a
Yeah.
vibe there, I try because I work
Ugh.
from home and I mean, I'm not going to date my dog. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, men really are like good men are so hard to come by,
Well, and people, because I'm
period.
open to people and I've just been struggling with like just trying to find the right person because it doesn't even have to be a man at this point or any
You're
point. I've
not,
never
you're
been,
not, you're not straight. You're like
no, I am quite fluidity.
quiet fluidity, love, same.
Yeah.
Well then, yeah, don't date cis men right now.
I know that's what my drag mom keeps saying.
Literally don't. I actually am not either right now, and I've really never been happier.
There you
Like
go.
ever.
She keeps
It's
saying I need to find a bisexual baddie.
find a bisexual baddie. Literally.
Hi,
We
Celeste.
can't be dating cis straight men anymore. It's
I
actually
know.
like they're
It's the
boring. There's nothing to talk
best.
about with them. Like they don't get it. They don't get it. I'm bored every time. Like literally,
And most of them don't listen either. Like I've been noticing. Like I'll
of
say
course they don't.
something and then they'll ask me a question that like pretty much told me like I just told you 15 minutes ago. What are you talking about? Like, do you not listen?
Unless I'm trying to think if there's any like unless it's literally like who? Robert
Money or
Downey
penis?
Jr. But Robert Downey Jr. is like basically like I don't know, he's as neurotic as I am. You know what I mean? Like we just can't be, yeah, don't date Apple guys, don't date gym guys. Also, all these places, like, no offense, like, you're dating a guy that works at Apple. He sounds like the bane of my existence. I have so much beef to pick with Apple employees. It's insane to me.
I
Why
live
did
in
you
the Bay
make them?
Area.
Wait,
It's
actually, I do have to go
so
off
much
on this
tech.
for 1 second
Go
because
ahead.
I feel like there's an uppity
Go
air
on,
about
please.
them. Because why did they make the unsend message feature if it's going to say, I unsent a message? Do you know what I'm saying?
Why
That's
you
so
snapping at
rude.
me?
Just have it all go away. But it still has to like let the other person know that you unsent a message. That's so shitty. A man made that. A cis man made that. They couldn't just get it all. You know what I mean? Like, and
It's because they're more gossipy than we are.
listen, I don't hate all men, but I hate most men.
Just some of them.
Just some of them. Just ones that are mean to women. That's all.
But misandry's not a thing.
No. So, okay, so then when you said but I will say this though, didn't you say you were going through a breakup? You went through a breakup
That
at the
was
beginning?
at the beginning of the year.
Well, that's okay then. I feel like you have to, that's normal. I think like when you're coming out of something, how long did you date?
Not that long. It was, yeah.
Was it
It's been
messy?
it was just not good and no real closure and
Mm.
weird.
Well, that's probably
And
why you're not opening yourself up to people who are actually like worth time.
this is where I cry.
Oh my God, no, I don't want to make you cry. But I'm
No,
serious
it's
though.
okay.
I think, but like take that time though and I would just sit with that and because once you heal that part that was hurt by whoever hurt you,
My
then you'll
mother.
start.
Oh, sorry.
Would
Fuck. I said my mom.
your mom? Sure, 100%. I feel like yeah, it's either one.
Sorry,
But
I'm gonna that one get clips out.
no, it's oh my gosh, no, you can.
It's just gonna be beep.
I
That's
think.
who hurt me. Beep.
Oh my God, no, I think listen, I think whenever you decide that you're like actually like healed from, or sorry, whenever you heal from this past
Yeah.
relationship and
Yeah.
like forgiving yourself for being in it and forgiving the other person for hurting you, mostly forgiving yourself for doing it, that's when
Yeah.
you'll start, that's when your energy will open up and you'll find someone or they'll find you.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that I've stopped trying to find someone.
I think that's what I need to do.
Yeah, you can't go looking. That's not how it happens. That's not how it's ever happened,
Yeah.
ever. And maybe for some
Yeah.
people who are lucky that met on Hinge, but even that's like
Yeah.
very few and far between. If it worked for everyone, no one would be single.
Yeah. There would be no dating apps.
There would be no dating apps.
If the
God,
dating apps worked, there would be no dating apps.
if the dating apps worked, there would be. Well, now you have to like pay extra. It's like they don't even work if you don't pay.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
I
Hinge,
know.
sponsor me.
Yes, please, Bumble. Hi. Okay, cute. Well, that was my adventures in Goldilocking. I hope 2025. But you know what? Amongst all the skits and bits and jokes and pokes, you're not wrong that there's still some healing to do. And I was talking about it recently. I've been guesting on other podcasts too, so I think it was on a different podcast that I was guesting, but that basically, oh no, it was with Chanel Ali. It was one that I just posted recently. That realizing that like you make these patterns because you learn these patterns, right, from like the toxic relationships with your parents. And it's like if you were abandoned all your life, then you recreate relationships that either abandon you or you
Yeah.
want to run away from. And that in 2025, I want to start dating people that I don't want to break up with eventually.
Yeah, I would say that's probably a good place to start.
Trauma.
Yeah, yeah. I would probably date people that you'd probably want to stick with.
So, we share a little bit of the neurospiciness. You're a neurospicy baddie, aka with the ADHD.
Do you have ADHD?
I have a little ADD spiciness
Yes.
myself.
Are you medicated?
That's interesting. That's actually something that I'm considering. Like, it was one of those like not technically diagnosed, but like the therapist said, I think you might. And so I was just having a conversation that like, do I really want to actually get properly diagnosed or not? And like, what does that mean to me? And like, what is the
Mm.
goal? And
I'm
so
so
it's,
pro drugs.
yeah.
Yeah, I take Vyvanse every day.
Okay. Tell me what it like, how did it make a difference for you?
Well, I've been on it. Well, so you know, like that scene in Euphoria in the pilot where like her parents put her on drugs, like when she's really young. That was me. So I've never known my life to not be on them, which is like in
Got
some
it.
ways a little bit scary, but in some ways also like I take something that my brain needs. I think I might be on too high of a dose actually, though, if I'm being
Mm,
honest.
yeah.
But I also don't know how I would function without it at this point. But I think because there is a deficit of something in my brain, this med helps uh, balance it, and I feel normal.
Yeah.
And it's
That's a
nice to
good way to put
feel.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I that's how I've always known that. My parents are very like, listen, I'm Jewish, so like we love drugs and meds. We love being medicated. Um, and yeah, I think it's like if you have something where you can take something to help it and you have the resources available to you to do that, do it.
Sure.
Try it.
Yeah,
And then if you don't like it, you can always get off of it.
exactly.
It is very trial and
Yeah.
error, though, I will say. It is.
Yeah. And like what, I mean, you're obviously not a psychotherapist yourself, but like I'm just
My
so
grandmother
curious
is.
about like, oh, very interesting.
So that means
Yeah,
I
I'm just
am.
of course, obviously by inheritance, right?
Right.
It comes down through the mother. Yes, I'm just so curious about like what that diagnosis process is like.
Fucking awful.
Oh, see,
Are you talking
that's
about like
I
the
think
day like when you have to sit in the room? Oh my god, I'll never forget it. I We went to this like little facility. It was me and my sister, and you're not allowed to take any meds or anything. And you sit there in a room with someone, and they ask you all these questions, just all these questions, and I'm just kind of like, I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know like what like I feel when I wake up in the morning. Like, do you feel anxious? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, always. You know what I mean? Like they ask just
yeah.
like these detailed questions, and so many of them are so similar. And like, if obviously because I got so frustrated by it, you can tell I have probably some ADHD because I was like, you asked that same question 40 times ago. Like you can probably infer that like I have anxiety and
Yes.
ADHD from just those like 5 questions that are basically the same question.
Yeah.
Um, and there's this one thing where you just sit in a computer. I hope that they have changed it since I went. Be sit in a computer with headphones on, and I had to hit a mouse every time I heard a beep in the headphones, and I had to hit the
Got it.
mouse. I failed so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
freaked me out. I was like, I can't. I was like, I'm bored. Like, I just end it. I have ADHD. Write it out. Give me the script.
Oh my God, it reminds me oh gosh, because I have a history of glaucoma in my family and I wear
Mm,
contacts and glasses, so I go to the eye doctor regularly. And so he started seeing like a little bit of pressure in my eyes. So I started going to a glaucoma specialist last year. I'm like the youngest one in the office. It's fucking hilarious. And every time I go to go through the test, it's similar, but it's with a light and you have to see the light, but they make it faint on purpose because they're trying to check your peripheral. And to me, I just get test anxiety. I'm like, am I failing? Am I doing well? Am I failing? Did I get all the lights? Did I get all the lights? Did I get all the beeps?
oh my god. You probably should go get tested.
Sold.
You're gonna
Done.
get
I will.
tested.
It'll be one of my things to do in 2025.
Yeah, I think that's a fine thing to have. We're gonna find people that we want to date, and then we're gonna get
Yes.
tested for ADHD.
Yes. People I don't want to break up with.
Right.
ADHD and get my license back. There we go. I've got my three North Stars for the
That's
year.
amazing.
What are we manifesting for you in 2025?
Oh my
My
god.
my sweet angel Sydney Kane.
Oh my god. What am I manifesting for myself? Lots of opportunities for my career and not self-sabotaging myself.
Mm.
I'm trying not to get involved with people. Period. I'm kidding. No, like romantically, I just need to,
Bye. She closes the computer.
this is my year. I think I'm really trying to like focus on me, and I'm
Yes.
trying to like actually because I've said that for a couple of years now, but this year I actually mean it. I think I have a lot of things that are exciting on the horizon, and I'm trying not to fuck it up, which and we'll
Sure.
see how long that lasts.
If there's anybody in the audience that's listening that can help make some of your dreams come true, what are you like? What are people that you're trying to maybe connect with? Because I feel like networking and connecting and like finding the right people to help make things happen is like part of the magic.
If Lauren Michaels is listening to this,
There you go. Hi,
please
Lauren.
give me an SNL audition. I'm kidding.
Boom.
No, I mean, I don't know. Oh my gosh. I mean, anyone who loves to create things, produce things. If you have casting directors listening to this, cast me in anything. I'm really funny.
Uh,
If I feel like,
I just believe in the power of manifesting and speaking things out loud, and I like to believe that the universe is
can you
always
tell it's giving me a
listening.
panic attack?
Oh,
I literally am like, oh, I have to say these things out loud. I sound so
yes.
insane, but it's not.
No,
I
never.
feel like genuinely my dream. What sucks is like my dream is I have to like the idea is like I would have to write it myself, like
Yeah,
write my own thing, and then I want to bring that to like TV or something. And
yeah,
unfortunately, that relies on me and no one
yeah.
else.
I love the unfort. Unfort.
And unfortunately, that does rely on me and myself and I. And I am like, well, I'll get around to it. And I will. I think I just need a couple other things to kind of like settle into place. Like I would love to like, I don't know, find, you know what I'm manifesting for this year, which is such a
Yes,
silly
please.
thing. I am manifesting a team of people that are for me and want to help me and lift me up and really help me make things happen for myself. I don't want them to do it for
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
but I definitely am looking for that, I would say, in
yeah.
this
No,
in this year.
similarly, I have been talking kind of behind the scenes. I've started speaking more publicly that I've been slightly, slowly kind of dreaming of a little podcast network. I call it the Dad Network because there's one in Southern California called the Mom Network.
Hmm,
That's put
that's
together
funny.
by a bunch of drag performers. And so I figured up in Northern California we could have Dad. And because there's a few little local pods that I feel like if we come together, we can maximize our opportunity to like lock in sponsors and
Yeah,
advertising and things like that as a collective.
definitely do
And I
that.
feel like, yeah, and the power of community. So I want the Dad Network to be a thing. I started kind of playing with this concept of a little spin-off podcast that I call the Whisper Lounge, which is like a safe place for all your little secrets. But I
Oh
just
my
need
God,
more
I
people to send me
love.
secrets. So send me all your secrets. But I told my drag mom I want to book her for the first episode, so we're gonna start producing that. So that we can get the first episode off the ground and we can make the Whisper Lounge a proper thing. And yeah, I want to try to create more content for the Patreon. Right now, they get things like the hot cam. So in the beginning, what happens is I started teasing last year that what ends up on the cutting room floor, I call it hot cam footage. And so this year, I started purposefully taking that cutting room floor footage and just putting it on Patreon. And
Cute.
so the patrons get the hot cam footage. So do more than just the hot cam. I want to start doing more like Patreon exclusive content. But it goes back to what you were saying in the beginning, a team. And so like
Yeah.
I also am trying to manifest and not like a big team. Like I really need to find an editor. I really need somebody to help me edit the podcast. Like
Oh my God,
I
that's huge. I just found
yeah.
one.
Oh my
It's
God. Well,
huge.
if they're looking for extra work, send them
Well,
my
he's like
wavelength.
literally like 21 and it, like is at Syracuse and like is doing it because one of my friends like introduced me to him. I don't know if he.
No, but if you are a chronically online gay that's looking to either be a video editor and want to learn to be a video
Oh my
editor, because I'm
God.
happy to teach somebody to do it too. But I want somebody who's like with it. You know what I mean? That like will drop in that brat meme because we said something that was green. You know what I mean? Like those
Totally.
little quick moments like
I love
that.
Brat. I'm so chronically
Yeah.
online.
Oh my God. Yes. So if you're chronically online, gay or not gay, I'll take you also if you're not gay. That's fine. It's okay.
If you're
I
chronically
won't
online, you're
discriminate.
gay.
Yeah. That should be on a t-shirt.
If you're chronically online, you're gay. Yeah, 1,000%.
So yes, I love these manifestations. You are the first episode of the new year,
Oh
post the
my
new
God.
year
Are
wrap
you
up.
serious? Well, I'm a
Yes.
Capricorn, so
Me too. When's your birthday?
what do you realize? January 14th.
I'm the 13th. Stop it.
Oh my God.
And I know so many people in that week, like 12th, 13th, 14th. We're all very creative. We're all very neurotic. We're all very amazing. And we're all
Yeah, it's
very
really intense.
overachieving. Are you an overachiever like me?
I am I would say yes, but I have really bad procrastination problems. So
Same.
it's not
It's
that
the ADD.
it's not that I'm an well, I'm really good at doing things when I focus on them. But like
Yes.
other than that, no. But I
Yeah,
am though.
yeah.
Like I really want to be an overachiever. Like I want to
Yeah,
achieve
yeah.
so many things. Is that an
Yeah, yeah.
overachiever?
Yes, yes, yes. Wanting
Oh.
to is part of the is part of being an overachiever is the desire to want
Oh,
to
then
do
yeah, I'm a
more.
fucking major overachiever.
Yeah, but then with the neurospicy, that's where the procrastination
So
comes in
much
because I
so that
have
I don't achieve
the same
anything.
way. Well, no, you are achieving things. You've got your social media, you've got your
Right.
production company, you have your upcoming not dated or signed but will become a thing show, ting ting. And we're gonna manifest so many beautiful things for you. But yeah,
Yes.
that's why I keep talking about manifesting because we're kicking off the year. You are kicking off the year with me on the podcast with
Oh
this
my God,
episode.
happy New Year, everyone.
Oh
This
my
is
God,
gonna be
yes.
the best year, hopefully, ever.
Yeah, yeah, except for other things that happen in the world,
Right.
but that's
Well, we don't have
fine.
to talk about that.
Yeah, Delulu. That's what Delulu's for.
Yeah.
That's why I listen to the Wicked soundtrack every single morning because nobody
Wait,
mourns
is
the
that what your
Wicked.
background is right now?
Yes.
Are you fucking lying? And it took me until now to notice.
Neurospicy hyperfixation of the month.
Have you? How many times have you seen it?
Three. I'm going
I've seen
on
it three
Christmas,
times.
and I'm going on Christmas Day for the
Oh, I'm gonna
sing-along.
go again. Oh yeah, it's like the only thing that's really fueling my happiness at the moment.
Same.
It was epic. Wicked was the first musical I ever saw.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was never a Broadway girly. I read the book years ago.
Mm,
I'm actually rereading it now.
oh my
I'm
God.
realizing now I was way too young to read it the first time I read it because I did
Whatever, you're
not
fine.
get it. No, but I just didn't get so
Oh.
much of the subtext. I'm realizing
Oh
now.
yeah.
You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
oh, that they're gay.
Well, the gay, but like in the book, it's it's very like they Disneyfied
I'm
it
kidding.
for
They're not
like the
actually gay. I
show.
don't. I don't know what they.
Oh
But
well,
I
no,
don't
no, no,
know.
no, 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 no.
I know they're
That's
saying that.
the author
I
said that
know.
he purposefully left it a little vague, and we all know that they're a queer icon. And I think after watching the movie, in my canon, in my lore, Elphaba, Glinda, and Fiero are a fierce thruple if it wasn't for that con man of a wizard.
That con man of a wizard.
Yes.
That might be that's good title up.
Like that con man of a wizard.
Yeah, that con man of a wizard.
Oh, sounds like one of the guys I dated.
I was about to say that. That just sounds like Apple guy. That con
No,
man
actually,
of a wizard.
no, that's just my ex.
That con man of a wizard. Don't even give him that. He can't be a wizard. He doesn't have powers. Well, neither does a wizard. Oh my God, that con man of a wizard.
You got it, full
Fierce.
circle.
I love that. Are you an Alphabet or a Glinda?
You know, I feel like there have been many times in my life that I was an alphabet in terms of being like the outcast kind of vibe and like misunderstood. But I definitely feel like I'm more of a Glinda now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
I say I'm bi-wicked.
I love that.
Where like I am both.
You're flicked. You're fluid with your wicked.
I'm flickety flicked.
It sounds like it's going somewhere else.
It does sound like it's going somewhere else.
But no,
Cut that
oh my
out.
gosh. Are we excited for part two?
Of course. Imagine I was
Yeah.
like, no, not really.
That would be such a key though.
Not really.
You're like,
No,
"That's
absolutely. I'm
enough."
so excited. I feel like my heart's gonna get broken into 1,000 trillion gajillion
Because
pieces.
you know what's coming. I've
Of
never seen
course.
the show. So I
Oh,
like
we're
I
all gonna
kinda
die.
know, but I don't know.
We're all gonna die. It's gonna
Oh,
kill
got
us
it.
all.
Okay, we're all gonna melt.
Absolutely gonna kill us all. We're all gonna melt. We're all gonna melt. No, it's gonna be devastating. It's a whole different movie. It's like the
Yeah.
act one and act two are so different.
Yeah.
It's really intense and it's quite sad.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting too because like it makes me think of a lot of things. It also low key, high key reminds me of like I had a best friend of 20 plus years that a couple years ago I had to like walk away from.
I went
And
through a friend breakup this year as well.
yeah, and I've been thinking about her lately and
Yeah.
seeing them together, like we like even look wise, like seeing Elphaba and Glinda, like it's what me and Minoria. Ooh, there we go. Well, hi Minoria, I'm sure you're watching this. It's what we would have looked like together. So even visually, it reminds me of us.
Mm,
And but like the being so in sync for so long, but then breaking apart so like grandiosely and like dramatically. And every time I hear Cynthia Erivo, even if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. Like I have to stop myself from crying right now.
so it's so funny. Every time someone says something about it to me, I'm always like, yeah, it's so good. That's like all I can say about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
there are different parts in every part of it that hit for different people. I think it brought joy back into my life, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
what's the line that always makes me cry? I'm trying to think. Oh, we're just two good friends, two best friends. Bleh, in one short day,
Yeah.
literally makes me cry every time. Also, No One Mourns the Wicked is my new kind of like one that I listen to all the
I
time.
start the day
Oh,
now, every single day on the way to the gym. I'm listening to
good
No One
news,
Mourns the
she's dead.
Wicked. It's just there's something so cinematic and operatic and like it just I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's
it just
a
gets me going.
brilliant song. What?
Yeah.
So, oh, but you've never seen the musical. Yeah.
I've never seen the musical.
Yeah, it is quite good. It's astounding. It's why, I mean, there's a reason why it made such a good movie is because the story is that good.
Oh yeah, so I was gonna say the book though. So the stage play and then thus Yes and the movie are somewhat Disney-fied compared to the book because the book has a lot of
Yeah.
religious subtext, a lot more political subtext, and like in the book, the dad isn't a mayor, he's a preacher. And
Wow.
like she's like they think that she's like an abomination because he was stealing from the church. Like it's like wild. And in the
Wow.
book, they describe her as a baby that had like fang teeth, whose like
Hot.
mom wouldn't nurse her because she was scared she was gonna like rip her
Oh
titty off.
my God.
I know. I know it's
That's so
wild.
funny. I'm sorry. Sorry, that's not, that's crazy.
I know it's wild. So yeah, I think maybe if I do get the chance, like if for some reason either in San Francisco or I happen to be in New York and I get a chance, because my mom years ago was like, "Oh, do you want to go see Wicked?" And I was like, "Fuck no." Now I would take her up on it.
Definitely go if
Yeah.
it's I think it's in LA.
Is it?
I think it is in LA right now.
So then maybe I'll pop down there and go see it.
Definitely
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
It is one of the best musicals ever. It's why there's a reason why it hasn't closed and
Yeah.
it never
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. Hyperfixation of the month. I did say that it's my new all-time favorite movie. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, Miss, I will always tell you that you're so pretty, Miss Sydney
Oh my
Kane.
goodness. So
Is there
sorry.
anything? Yeah, no, I figured we will wrap up so that you can get to your friend and to your tings. Is
Oh,
there anything that the friends of the pod should be looking out for? We know that you have your unnamed, unsigned,
well,
undated
okay.
ting ting.
Wait, also I have to say sorry. My dad, like, I don't know why no one has ever called me this much until I got on here.
Of course.
I just have to say thank you so much for asking. I was so honored that I was
Oh,
asked to be on a podcast. Sometimes I'm like, wow, okay, I'm cool enough to do a podcast. That's cool. I thank you so much. I am on the socials.
social media.
Social media. Sorry, my brain just broke.
It's okay.
You can follow me at Sydney Morgan Kane on all socials of media. And
Yes.
my podcast, Tell Me I'm Pretty, is available wherever you get your podcasts. I'm not cool enough to be on Patreon yet. And
2025.
2025, maybe. And yes, and if you follow me on the socials of media, you will find out when you can see me in person
With your unsigned,
with
unnamed,
my
undated
unsigned,
ting ting.
undated show that I have coming up.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best. I know your show's going to be amazing.
Thank
And
you.
please, 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 once you have it going, and if you want to talk about it, please come back. We can talk about your
I would
show.
love.
But till then, please keep being funny. I like slid into your DMs. I was like, "You're hilarious. Come on the
I was
pod."
honored. I was like, this is so
Oh,
cool. I'm honored to have been asked to be on a podcast. Thank you
oh, well,
so
I'm so
much.
grateful you said yes. And you are now officially a friend of the pod.
Oh
And
my God.
and I can't wait to see you soon.
I'm honored. Yes, thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
if you do want to continue being a guest on the pod, there is my Podfather's podcast. So Keith Malley, I know you listen. Get this girl on the main show. Get her on Keith and the Girl. I think
Oh, I would
she'd be a great
die.
guest.
Yes.
Don't die. Live.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm immortal.
You would live.
I would live. I would live. Oh my God, yes, I would live for that. Is that where that
There
comes
you go.
from?
I mean, maybe.
I live. Oh my
I
God.
live. We live.
Wow, I learned something. Do you see my brain just broke? That should
I
be
love it.
title of that. Is I live.
I live. All right, sweet angel, go call your father. Go call your friend.
Call my
We'll talk soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Do I just leave?
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, bye.